no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Palouse, home in Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Yellow Jackets will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses. He's down to the 49.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
The corner route will always be one of those staple routes versus zone. So if you see zone, it's a great job by the wide receiver pushing vertically. You see him threaten that safety, and then you break off to the sideline where it's really hard for that corner to get back in the play.
Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. They'll try the run. Makes him talk to the hand. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top-5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on. We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Caught behind the line. It's Richard. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He'll take it himself. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Wazoo!
That's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive, and it came. What a beautiful touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Going with the ground game left. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Watson. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. A designed run for the quarterback. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Westbrook. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's St. Clair. Gonna let it fly. Pulls it in down the sideline. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. He has the first and still on his feet. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Cougars. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get this drive going from the 17. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll run this play from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Dropping back, it's Carr. Caught near the sticks. It's Stockton. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looking for space. It's Watson. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Creates a little room. Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Extra point here will tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Plows through the defense. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Give on the inside. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on first down from the 30. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab, breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Washington State going back to work on first down. The give out of the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking downfield at St. Clair. near the marker. It's Sweeney. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. They'll tell you what, eat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got a man. It's Stockton. Turning it on. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He caught it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Looking for more room. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mooney. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Buys a little extra time. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for room, it's Watson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Bond. Creates a little space. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They take the lead with the 6. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Gonna run it. It's Powell. To the 15. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Now on the move. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll go to the ground. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down.
Makes the catch. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the middle. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for us.
He's got it down the right side.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Washington State has it all working right now. They just keep firing. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Soft spot in the middle. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Mooney. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking for a crease to the left. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On On third down, he drops to throw. Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
First and goal for the offense. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And they're stopping. I don't think this is decision time. You need a touchdown. You've got to put that on the board. So this offense now, they know it's fourth down. It's a big play. What's your favorite play to go to right now?
He wants it all. Touchdown, Washington State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Coming out with it, it's Stockton. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Oh, they're after him. Finds a spot in the middle. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, there was something going on that play between the quarterback and receiver. They were looking at each other, and it was almost like they were smiling. The receiver's out to his right. He saw something he liked. He knew he had the post throw, and it was on. Shows you the speed, puts on the afterburners, accurate throw, and it's a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that kind of catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Finds his tight end.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Washington.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here we go. Handoff to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Washington State lines up quickly. Might be changing the route. They'll move the wide receiver. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that 1st down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Got the 1st down and more. Turning it on. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Timeout, Washington State.
And the Yellow Jackets are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Fires to the big fella. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. They want to throw it. It's complete to the left. Snowed under by the defense.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.